So I had my eyes dilated today. Look at my eyes. Can you tell how dilated they are? And Bailey and I just went for a big walk. What better time than to record the next video? It's crazy. Welcome to week 8 of the 10-week challenge series here at Silver Paw Studio. Monique Renee here, your photographer. And I hope you've been enjoying this challenge so far. I'm recording this a little bit out of order because I have a big event tomorrow that will be for shelter animals, but it fits in so great with this week 8 that I had to record now. So I hope you're enjoying the week so far and you're learning a lot and you're using the hashtag ProPetPhotog when you post in the Facebook group and on the Instagram page, which are linked in the description. And this week, the challenge is pretty simple, really, but it's something I resisted for a long time in my own studio. And honestly, most of these kind of shoots are reserved for shelter animals, for special events. And what we're gonna work on this week is using props. It sounds simple, but it's harder than it seems. And if you've seen the video I did a couple of years ago for Spring Me, I used to do this for 5 years. I would go to the garden center and we would make fresh collars and wreaths for the dogs to wear, the adoptable dogs, and we'd photograph them at the garden center with all these plants around them, and it was just gorgeous. Well, in 2020, obviously, we couldn't do that. And then this year, I reached out to the shelter again, and I said, what if we rebranded this a little bit and did it a little bit differently? Let me take these off. And I said, what if we called it Garden Paws? And then we won't be stuck at spring. And paws has kind of like a double meaning. So like paw and like paw the like button. And pause, like pause to smell the flowers, right? And we can do them here at the studio. So the garden center was great, but it's chaotic because we always did it during open hours. So dogs that were reactive at all, we did take over a back corner, but I'm thinking that this setup is going to be more kind of a calmer, controlled environment. And I've made a schedule online that they can sign up. And so we're gonna do one dog an hour, which gives about a half hour between. But how in the world am I gonna make a garden theme here, whoops, at the studio? And I love, love, love to use fresh flowers again. And if you have fresh flowers available to you, do it. It smells so good. It just looks so pretty and soft. I'm not gonna invest in that this time. So what I've done is I bought just this great variety of fake flowers, and it was a lot more affordable. So craft stores will often have sales on faux flowers. So I have a variety here. And what I plan to do is put up my long brown backdrop. So the dogs have a little bit more room to run than just this 5 foot. And then I bought this fake ivy that I'm gonna string up. For your challenge, you don't have to go with flowers. But if you're like me, I'm very minimal in my props for my regular client work, and I almost never use them. Unless the client brings in props like they did with this 5-dog photo session, I like to showcase the dogs themselves. But sometimes shelter dogs need just a little something kind of fun for their profile picture. And so oftentimes these are for shelter dogs and cats. I'll be doing a small set to take to the shelter for the kitties. This is something you'll probably be asked to do by a shelter or a client at some point. My clients do sometimes ask to have special props, and I encourage them to bring them. So a lot of reasons behind this challenge. So I really want you to try it. And this will be a really, really fun one to share with the hashtag ProPetPhotog, right? So let me set this up, and I'll show you a little bit of setting it up and the final, what I chose. And then I'll show you some of the images that we take of the shelter dogs tomorrow. And I know some of the fosters, so they'll probably let me film some behind the scenes. All right, so let's get this set up. And you start thinking about the props that you're gonna try for this week 8 challenge. Oh, it's bright in here. That's better. We got phase 1 in here. And so I've got the overkill of the big ginormous brown backdrop, paper backdrop up. And I've got this outdoor carpet. And the tones are different, but I was thinking this might look kind of like dirt, not be as slippery, as terrible. And then if I tape down that edge there, then dogs wouldn't be walking on it so much because it's huge to tip it over. So I'm gonna try this. We'll see. I think my eyes are better. Oh, it's too dark over here to tell. Okay, this is what I've set up. I've got all this pretend ivy hanging in front of the brown backdrop. Hi, Bay, you wanna be my tester? And then I put all these crates with the flowers. And the idea is to get the dog to sit right in the middle, but I can move this one and they can put their paws up on that box, or small dogs can be up there. All these props can move around, and none of these flowers are stuck to here except for that one wreath. And then for the actual dogs to wear, I have a couple just plain bandanas, because some dogs do better with that, or bigger dogs. And then I bought these baby headbands. These are human baby headband things. Come here, babe. And then you just do that. And they fit on dogs. And they get really big. That can fit on a big dog. But Bailey doesn't like the flash, and so I'm not gonna test the lights with her here. I'm just gonna take a couple of pictures with my phone. So that's what I've done with all the props. What are you gonna do? Do you want some pictures? Okay, let's try it. Come here. Right here, come here. Come here. Wait. Oh my gosh. You're doing so good. Oh, come here. Come here. Come here. I know. Good girl. Sit. Yes. Come in. Good girl, wait. Girl? Are you a good girl? She's doing really, really good. Let's get the yellow behind you. Oh, can't quite do it. Are you a good girl? Babe? Uh-oh. We'll get you a treat, okay? Yeah. Here you go, honey. Good job. She's so cute. Isn't she so cute? Yeah. All right, I think it's gonna work out good. What I might need to do is show up really early in the morning to set up lights, because she will be upset when I turn them on. So far so good. Oh, perfect. Put her rear end in there. Yes, you got this, you got this. Oh, hello. Yeah, there we go. We got real lushness going on now. All right. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, that went really great. So your challenge is to use props that you've not used before. Kind of think of, if you're a shelter photographer, what themes have come up over the years, either for a special event or a fundraiser, anything like that. What kind of themes have they done in the past that they might ask you to work in some props? or your clients. So if you have client work and you usually don't use props, try some props that your clients might bring to you, like a bed or a blanket, the one that I did with the skates, the ice skates, a toy, something that you wouldn't normally, but how can you make it look nice in a photo? So that is your challenge for this week. Use hashtag ProPepPhotog on Instagram and whatever socials and in the Facebook group. And we'll see you back here next year and we'll see you back here next week for challenge number 9. Okay. Again, if you have any questions, just type them in the comments. Boop to like this and share with any friends that could use a little challenge in their Pepitar. All right. See you later. As always, I wish you many whoops, purrs, and TREATSs.